Phone's on. No, it's not. Now it's on. Now it's on. Now you can hear me. Maybe you can see me too. All right, man. I'm making this really quick without all the professional lights and microphones and everything, just because I want you to have an idea what goes through my head whenever I'm dealing with injury, sickness, things like that. I did not invent this chart. I don't think any one person did. I've seen this in a bunch of different places. Just kind of how I've adopted it. So basically what we're looking at here, this is you at injured or sick or whatever. Anywhere in this chart, down here is injured. This is your level of function, and this is you functioning at an elite level. Or this down here is a level where an elite athlete will function, hopefully. So you go from injured to elite, that's your level of function. This is the amount of weight that you have loaded onto your back. So right now you're dealing with, say, a shoulder injury. You are at injured, and you can only handle this much. This top line here is your body's tolerance. That's how much your body can tolerate before it gets seriously injured again. And down here is key. That's the amount of weight or the amount of load that your body needs to apply. And what you have in the middle is a nice little safety margin. And you've always got to keep that safety margin, because anytime you apply a load, let's say you're starting down here and you're going along, you're getting better day by day by day. You have a good day and you say, ooh, I'm gonna add some weight or do a bunch of extra sets or whatever. You start crossing that tolerance threshold and you're back at square one, at injured, probably much lower than you began. So what you have to do is you have to make a deal with yourself that you are going to stay in this safety margin right here. You know, there are a lot of ways to train around that without going with heavy weights. I think that's what you're doing from what you sent me on Messenger. As you're going from injured to functioning at an elite level again, the amount of weight, the amount of load that your body shoulder can carry is very low. And for a few weeks or days, it's going to stay low, and it's going to make a big jump. But you can't make that jump with it. What is going to get you from here to here is not you following this curve. Because you following this curve and trying to stay just below it at all times is what's going to get you re-injured again. And you're never going to be able to know where you are until you pass that tolerance injury threshold and you're back down to injured again. So what you have to do in all this area down here is hit it with volume. That's, you know, a bunch of sets, a bunch of reps, a bunch of different exercises. One of the big things that you always want to hit to stay in that tolerance safety margin is frequency. Do it every single day, 2 or 3 times a day, especially when you're looking at therapy work. Don't just do it once a day really, really hard. Do it several times a day at a low volume, low stress, a low weighted load, so that way you can always monitor what you're doing. But this is my chart, this is the way I look at it, and this is how I'm hopefully going to get my back to be from injured, not too elite, but probably somewhere in this margin, hopefully by world. So in a minute, I'm going to get outside and start dragging a sled. Catch you later on, man. Have a good one.